Hello, everyone. A very happy and blissful Friday morning to all of you. I'm Shubhra from Brahma Kumari's organization and welcome all of our audience to a Zoom webinar from USA. We are broadcasting from the state of Ohio and from a very historical city of Dayton, which is also the birthplace of aviation. A few housekeeping rules. Please mute your mic and keep your videos turned off because the audio gets distorted when video is turned on. Today we have a very beautiful speaker with us from Mount Abu, India. She is our sister Supriya. She's an exceptional, experienced facilitator and meditator who runs workshops on personal development and values. She conducts various seminars in the areas of self-empowerment, positive thinking, stress-free living, anger management, and so many different fields. She has also lived in the United States of America for 10 years. She worked as a software engineer here, and she has also served as a senior Raj Yoga teacher at Brahma Kumari's centers in Boston and Chicago. Something very beautiful about Sister Supriya is that she has received a talent award, which is in Hindi called Pratibha Puraskar from the government of Rajasthan, and several medals during her academic studies in Mount Abu. Currently, she's the chief editor of Brahma Kumaris in Daily E-News at a headquarters of Brahma Kumaris in Mount Abu. So let us welcome our sweet sister Supriya to this Zoom webinar. Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Supriya Ben.
Om Shanti. It's my great pleasure to be with you all, the Brahma Kumaris Ohio family. And drama is wonderful. Today is a very special day, World Environment Day. Considering the situations of the world today, no matter where we are, I believe that we, Baba's children, are kept safe under his canopy of protection. The theme that the United Nations has given to the world on this World Environment Day is biodiversity. So we are actually celebrating biodiversity today. And the term biodiversity, it represents all variety of life on Earth, all different species. It's a collection of human beings, animals, plants, trees, birds, everything that we can see on this earth. The beautiful creation of God. And on the other hand, as we are reaching to this extremes of the Iron Age, as we see and hear the news outside, there are bushfires in Australia, America, and Africa. And we see this global disease pandemic that is existing right now at the moment. And there are earthquakes, hurricanes all over. And anything can happen anytime, suddenly. So it's my utmost duty and responsibility as Baba's children for us to understand the importance of protecting the nature. We have the knowledge of the soul, we have the knowledge of the whole cycle, but at the same time, it's necessary for us to have the knowledge of how to save the environment. There are many environment friendly techniques that we can use in our day-to-day lives, even at home. Just like there is this whole plastic ban, beat the past plastic pollution is a huge project that's being taken up in the whole world, because the plastic pollution is something where we can reduce it by avoiding the single-use plastic. Avoid using plastic bags, plastic bottles. Try using our own water bottles, and even the cups with the plastic caps. That can be avoided too. And the straws that we use when we drink tea or coffee, all of this is made of plastic. That's something that we can avoid. The second thing that we can do is save water, save energy, because the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, everything comes from the nature. And so for me to value and respect nature, respect the use of water, how much water I'm using in my day-to-day life, how much am I wasting, and how I can treat the wastewater. And the third thing that we can do is whatever resources that I'm using, whatever I'm putting in the trash, for me to be mindful of that. What am I putting in the trash? Is it recycling? Can it be recycled? Now, there is one slogan, they say, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce the amount of things that I'm putting in the trash. For example, paper. I can go paperless as much as possible. With all the new e-technology, technical things that are happening, I can go into use of going to paperless. And Brahma Kumaris have started this new mission of yogic farming, sustainable yogic farming, because the food that we eat affects our mind. And I'm sure that we are all now Baba's children, and we have been eating only vegetarian food, because the food that we eat affects our mind. And the way the food is being produced, how it's being prepared, and how we are eating it. So it's very essential for us to follow this Srimant that Baba has given us. One is cleaning, the external cleanliness, the physical cleanliness that we all already do and we all maintain at our homes and our workplaces. So that is the physical cleanliness that we maintain before cooking, because we are not cooking just for ourselves, but we are cooking to offer to Baba. So when I offer to Baba, when I am cooking something to offer to God, how should that food be? I need to have that pure positive feelings. So when I'm maintaining that pure positive thoughts in my mind, we have a lot of knowledge about the self. Baba is giving us variety of things every day in the daily Murli. So for me to use that knowledge, to keep that in my mind. So we are keeping the kitchen clean wherever I'm cooking. And then I'm also keeping my mind clean and clear. To keep my mind and clean and clear, I have to fill my mind The mind has to be occupied with elevated thoughts. I'm a peaceful soul, I'm a pure soul, I'm a powerful soul, and whoever is going to eat this food are going to become pure. I'm telling you with my own experience that once when I was living at Boston Center, we were making Brahma Bhojan, and that day the sister who was supposed to make Brahma Bhojan didn't come. So I cooked the food and offered it to Baba. And then I served the bhog. In the afternoon, I received a call from my brother telling me that, sister, after having my lunch, the Brahma Bhojan, I'm feeling very light. So from morning, I was feeling very heavy, but after eating the food from the center, I feel so light and I'm feeling so good. So these are the practical experiences that we get to hear from different people. So there is a lot of effect on the mind of the food that we eat. So one is I'm offering bhog to Baba. I'm offering the food to Baba. And the second is before I start eating food, I remember Baba. And that has to become my daily routine. Whatever I cook, whatever I eat, I have to remember Baba. Dadi Guljar used to say, many people say that I don't have time to remember Baba. But at least when we drink water, I can remember Baba. And how many times do we drink water? So I need to feel that positive energy, that pure energy, pure vibration from Baba in that water, so that the water is purified. And when I drink that water, that energizes my soul as well as the body. So these 5 elements of nature, they are actually very powerful. Each nature element has some value that I can learn from it. For example, the water itself, the 5 elements, water, in whichever vessel I put it. If I'm putting it in a bottle, it takes its shape. If I put it in a container, it takes its shape. If I put it in a glass, it takes its shape of the glass. So it's very flexible. I can learn the art to adjust, the power to adjust from water. It's not that easy. Just like the ocean, all the trash from all the rivers and the lakes that enters the ocean. And the ocean never says, I can't take this or I can't take that. But it is able to merge everything. So the water teaches us the art to adjust, the power to adjust, and the power to merge. So no matter whatever situations, circumstances come in my life, I'm able to adjust myself accordingly. And the second element is air. Air is very light. very easily movable from one place to another. You can put air tight at one place. It keeps flowing, it keeps moving. It's very light. In the same way, we have to stay light at all times. It's not that air is light sometimes and heavy some other times. In the same way, we also need to stay light in our day-to-day life. Circumstances come, challenges come, they come to shake us. So do we shake with it or do we stay unshakable? When I'm light inside, they say light, white, and bright. So the angels, they're always light, they're always bright, they always shine, and they're always right. So when I am in that being of light, that point of light, then I'm able to give that light to others. I'm able to serve others with that light. So one is being light physically, one is being light through my mind. So when my mind is filled with God's power, that God's energy, with that higher energy, I'm able to stay light and then I'm able to fly. I'm able to fly wherever I want. I can fly to the subtle region. I can fly to the incorporeal world. I can be whether in the land of peace or in the land of happiness. These five forms of being in the incorporeal form, of being in my angelic form, of being in the conference age Brahmin form, or I can stay in my deity form, or I can stay in my worthy of worship form. I can choose my form during the whole day. For some time during the morning, let me practice being an angel. As being an angel is very easy for me to do Mansa Seva, the service through the mind. We can do service through mind only when I'm holding on to pure, positive, and powerful thoughts. If there is any kind of negative thought or any kind of waste thought, I'm not able to do Mansa Seva. I remember once when I was in Dance Sarovar, Dadi Guljar was sitting with RCs. RCs are the regional coordinators from the whole globe, different regions, Africa, Australia. There were Jayanti Ben, Vedanti Ben, New York Mohini Ben, Sudesh Didi, Nirmala Didi. So all of them were sitting with Dadi Guljar. It was a small room and I happened to be there at the time. And I was also told that I can also join them. So I felt very fortunate to be part of that group. So I was there, I was sitting there, and I was hearing to what Dadi Guljar was sharing. And Dadi Guljar shared a couple of things. One is Dadi said that we are walking on the right path. I am following Srimad. I'm being good. I'm right. I'm positive. I am driving. I'm in the journey of my life. Everything is going well. And then suddenly something happens. Someone comes in front of me and hits me. Is that my fault? No, it's not my fault. But what should I do at that time? If I'm driving and someone comes in the front and hits my car, what I was supposed to be? I have to be cautious. If someone is coming to hit me, then I have to change my direction immediately. It should not be taking any time. So one is for me to walk on the right path in the right direction. And the second is to protect myself from something that is hitting me from outside. It can be a person, it can be a situation, it can be a natural calamity, whatever it is. I need to learn to protect myself. I need to gain that inner strength and inner potential, inner power, inner resilience. Take that strength from Baba every day. Take that power from Baba every day so that I'm fully charged, not discharged to some extent either. I'm fully charged, and even if something is going to happen suddenly, I'm able to deal with it. So that is how my stage has to be. It has to be stable, unshakable, immovable, ever ready. So am I ever ready? Or am I still working on myself? Whatever scene in the drama, I have to pass that scene as a detached observer. And I have to be victorious in that scene of drama. So this aspect of karma and drama, because if someone hit me, it's not my fault, but it's according to the philosophy of karma. It's very deep that I have to face that situation. But the way I'm facing that situation, challenges came in front of Baba, challenges came in front of Mama, challenges came in front of Daddies, but they were able to pass with honor. Am I able to be that? Am I pass with honor? What is the difference between them and us? So it's now the time, the call of the time for us to make intense efforts. The final paper has to come very soon. And I have to pass the test paper. And Baba has told us, suddenly these papers will come in front of you. And we are seeing that practically today. I'm sure that everyone is experiencing what Baba said. It has to happen. It is not going to tell you and come. So you are going to face this situation now. No. Anything can happen anytime. So I need to prepare myself. There are 18 types of test papers. So from the 5 elements, there will be test papers. From the 5 sense organs, there will be test paper. From the 5 vices, there will be test paper. Plus greed, anger, ego, attachment. So 5 sense organs, 5 vices, 5 elements of nature, and then my mind, my intellect, and my sanskar. So there's going to be 18 test papers that I need to face towards the end. So have I become the conqueror of matter? Have I become the conqueror of vices? Have I become the conqueror of my sense organs? Have I become the conqueror of my mind? Have I become the conqueror of my old sanskars? So let me check that. Let me check my stage where I am at. We see Baba and Mama. We can see their complete stage, their stage of perfection, their stage of completion. We see Brahma Baba in the subtle region. We see Mama in the subtle region. We see advanced party in the subtle region. They are in their complete and perfect form. And we reach that stage of completion and perfection. That stage of completion and perfection is being the destroyer of attachment, becoming karmati, and beyond the effect of any action. There is no reaction, only positive response from my side. So as Adi Guljar said, even something is coming in front of me, bouncing at me, hitting me, trying to shake me, but my stage is so firm that I am unshakable, immovable at all times. Just like we see the example of Mama. Now is that the month of June. So in this month of June, we especially remember Mama. Mama was actually very young, but she became the world's mother. She was the goddess of knowledge. And when she used to chant Om, everyone would have visions, the visions of golden age, the visions of Krishna. And this part of visions have to play again towards the end. So my stage has to be such that I am able to give vision to others. I am able to reveal Baba. I have to reveal Baba through my eyes, through my face, just looking at me. They have to see us as angels. They see us as deities. They have to feel, they have to experience that peace, that power from us. The whole world is thirsty for peace, hungry for love, looking for happiness. They are very weak. They need strength. And I am the giver. I am the great donor. I am able to donate the virtues, the powers from Baba to each one of them. For those who are peaceless, I donate peace. For those who are in sorrow and suffering, I donate happiness. For those who are hopeless, I give them hope. For those who are scientific in mind, those who don't believe in any of that, I help them to have a silent mind. And in that silence, they are able to experience the Supreme. They are able to experience God, Shiva Baba, the incorporeal, the highest on high. I can do this in the form of being an angel or in my worthy of worship form. There are devotees crying out, looking out for me to save them, to have compassion and mercy on them. So we, the children of the ocean of mercy and the ocean of compassion, we have to act in a responsible way. We have to make sure that whatever I'm getting from Baba, I'm taking from Baba, I'm giving it to others. But not to expect anything from others. Not anymore as a worldly being. In the world outside, they expect for peace, they expect for love, they expect someone to make them happy. I'm not in that stage anymore. Now I'm in a phase where my soul is completely charged with Baba's pure energy. And I'm able to donate that purity into the world. Pure vibrations of peace, pure vibrations of love, pure vibrations of mercy and compassion. So when I'm full of peace, I'm able to radiate that peace. I fill myself with that peace from the ocean of peace, and then I'm able to spread that peace in the world. In the recent book message, Baba was talking about being a powerful being. According to the time, I am a master almighty authority. I need to be full of all powers from Baba. And when I am in the company of Baba, I am able to experience that canopy of protection of Baba. If I make any bodily being as my companion, then I am not able to experience the company. nor will I be able to experience the canopy of protection from Baba. So this is now the time for me to let go. Let go of my attachment to all bodily beings. It is now the time for me to let go of my ego. It is now time for me to let go of my anger. So for me to let go of all the vices. And that will happen very easily when I fill myself with my original nature. The nature of being peaceful, the nature of being merciful, the nature of being powerful, the nature of being loving. Just like Mama was an embodiment of all virtues. Who would come in front of her, they would experience that peace, that love, that happiness from Mama. So it's now the time for me to become like Mama. Mama was the first person to become Karmati, to reach her final stage, to reach the final destination. Even before Brahma Baba, Mama left her body in the year 1965 on June 24. Until her last moment, Mama was serving. She was just giving. They say that Mama distributed grapes to all the BKs. Even though she was suffering from cancer, that was not seen, visible. No one would say Mama was ill or she had some disease. So once a sister was with Mama and they went to the doctor, and the doctor asked, who is the sick patient? Because he didn't understand whether it was Mama or the sister who was next to Mama. That was the stage of Mama. She was embodiment of knowledge. She followed Srimad at every step. She was obedient. Baba said and Mama did. Mama would always say, Haji. Yes, Baba. I'm there. I'm present. Everyone would be shocked hearing to Mama, looking at Mama. Even Mama had to face many test papers. People would sometimes come. In those days, they didn't lack the concept of purity. It was in those early years of 1950s, where the whole world was moving towards impurity. And then Almighty Baba said that we have to remain pure. And because of that purity, there was a lot of pressures and tensions that were created from the society. And they would come with, weapons in their hands. They would do picketing. But once they went in front of Mama, Mama was in her Shakti form, in her fearless form, and people who went in front of her with weapons to kill them or to attack them, they would just fall at Mama's feet. That was the power of Mama. Mama was very powerful. And she was connected to Baba, and in that powerful remembrance, whoever went in front of her would have visions of Kali, of Durga. So she was always fearless. And anyone would go in front of Mama with any complaint. Mama would ask them, why can you tell me 5 good qualities or virtues about them? And Mama would share the good things about them. And when Mama would hear the good things, when they shared the 5 good things about the other person, they would automatically forget about what something bad happened to them. So for me to be able to see only good, even if something bad is coming on my way, but I need to hold on to my pure, positive, powerful thoughts. And whatever happens in drama is always good. It's always beneficial. Who said this? God said this. Shiv Baba said that. So when Shiv Baba said that whatever happens is beneficial, is there any doubt in us? Do we ever doubt in Baba or Baba's knowledge? Or do we have complete faith in Baba? Do we have complete faith in drama? Because we all know this heaven has to be established. And for the heaven to be established, this whole world has to be transformed. And this is a huge transformation that's going to happen in different ways. So whichever scene of drama is coming in front of me, I have to remember that it is for something good. Even something bad is in front of me, I should be able to see good in that. I have to keep my mind positive. They tell the story of a farmer in a village, and for some reason he lost everything in his life, and he had only 2 assets. One is a horse and the second was his son. So he lost everything except his son and a horse. So one day what happens? The horse disappears. It runs away. So the farmer was very disappointed that he lost the horse. And all the villagers came to him saying that you're very unfortunate. You're unlucky. You lost everything in your life and now you lost the horse. The farmer heard it. And after a few days, the horse returned. It returned back with 10 more horses. So instead of 1 horse, the farmer now had 11 horses. And then the villagers came to him saying that you're very lucky that you have 11 horses now. And then one day, his son fell off from the horse and his leg was fractured. He lost his leg. Again, the villagers came to the farmer saying that you are unlucky. It's not good that your son lost his legs just because of these horses. You're an unlucky person. After a month, there was a war in that area, in that kingdom. And the king gave an order that all the youth of the village be part of the war. But because the farmer's son lost his leg, he stayed home and couldn't go to the war. And whoever went to the war, they lost their lives. Now this farmer has got the son as well as the horses. And now the villagers come to the farmer and say, you're so lucky. You still have your son. We lost our sons in the war. So what do we understand is that at that particular scene of the drama, it might look something not good, not that nice, but then there is something hidden in that. There is some benefit in that because drama is beneficial. Baba is benefactor, and he can only, the world benefactor can only give benefits. And we know that in this creation, a beautiful world is being created for us. So on one hand, there is a lot of chaos and a lot of frustration, a lot of tension, but we, Baba's children, will be singing in happiness and dancing in joy. And for those who give help in Baba's past, those who are God's helpers, those who stay in Baba's remembrance, in the company of Baba, you will definitely receive the extra help from Baba at the end. This is Baba's promise for his children. He says, I'm going to feed you dal roti. You're going to get the chapati and dal at least. So we are not going to be starving in hunger. Baba is definitely going to give us something to eat. And we are going to survive because we have to help the souls to show them the path to liberation and liberation in life. In one eye is the liberation, and in the other eye is the liberation in life. There are many weak souls. There are many souls that are wandering around. Each one of those souls, they can be evil souls. That is one more paper at the end that we are going to face, is that those who leave their bodies and they are trying to find another body, but they don't find the body, and they're wandering around, roaming around, they're weak, and we, powerful souls, we have to show them the path to liberation. We have to show those such souls the path to the soul world, to Paramdham, so that they're able to return back home. So we have to become such instruments of Baba. Daddy Janki always used to say that I'm just a puppet. Baba is using me. It's Karan Karavan Har Baba. I just need to be in his remembrance. I just need to experience myself as a pure, powerful, peaceful energy. I'm a peaceful, pure, powerful soul. To maintain that consciousness, not just when we sit in yoga, but the yoga has to be during the whole day, while performing actions, while walking, moving around. I have to remind myself. So I need to pay attention. Of course, the sitting yoga during the Amrit Vela, that's the time where I have to experience the seat stage, the incorporeal stage. Now just be in that deep silence, just be with Baba. But during the day, when I'm performing my action, I have to be the karma yogi. I have to practice being a karma yogi, and it becomes easy using traffic control. There is also one app, traffic control app, that you can also use for you to remind yourself every hour for me to go back to my true consciousness, to go back to my truth, to go back to my purity and to connect with Baba. My 100% connection has to be with Baba. This is now the time, one Baba and none other. Baba is my world. I should not be looking for any other support, neither the support of my seniors, nor the support of my center coordinator, nor the support of my family, my friends, my relatives, the facilities, the comforts. Everything has to vanish. Nothing is going to be available at the end. It's just one support, one Baba, one faith. I need to have that complete faith in myself, complete faith in Baba, and complete faith in Brahma. This complete faith is going to make me victorious. Faith brings victory. If there are any gaps, if there is any doubt, which means I am lacking my yoga with Baba. There is something that I didn't understand in this knowledge properly. So for me to be the embodiment of this Dhyan, Yoga, Dharana, and Seva. We have the Murli every day. Baba is giving us directions every day. He tells us exactly what I have to do today in the Murli. So for me, it's very important to listen to Murli carefully, what Baba is telling me, and revise it during the whole day. So I have to pass in this subject of knowledge. And the second is yoga. Very important subject according to the time. For me to have that full connection. There should not be any breaks, no leakages, not to have to have adulterated remembrance. We need to have unadulterated remembrance. Just be in that remembrance of Baba. Or if my mind is wandering, if I am not able to focus or concentrate, then the alternate is for me to practice the 5 forms. I can practice the 5 forms, or I can spin the discus of self-realization going through the 5 ages. Going through the 5 ages to the whole Kalpa. So I keep my mind busy, focused, and concentrated in this so that my mind is not wandering or not going into any default brain mode. For me to sit active, alert, attentive in yoga, have complete focus on Baba, have full connection with Baba so that I am able to grab that power from Baba. So every morning I need to fill myself with Baba's power and Baba's love. Only when my soul is full, I'm able to donate it to the world. So when my knowledge and yoga is good, of course, my dharana will be good automatically. I do not make any other effort. But of course, there are some old sanskars from the past that keep dominating us even till today. If I'm angry, if I'm frustrated, if I get upset, if I am being influenced by the information of the news of the world, what's happening, even if this thought comes, which means I fail. So my dharana has to be accurate. Follow father, follow mama. whatever Mama did. What would Mama do? What would Baba do? How should I think? How should I act? How should I speak? How should I relate with others? How to respond to situations? So we have seen the life story of Baba and Mama. So to follow them, to follow Baba's directions in my dharna. And the fourth subject is seva, service. At the present moment, we are not able to do much service in a physical way, but then I can do a lot through my mind. I can do a lot through Mansa Seva. So for that, I need to keep my mind has to be powerful. My intellect and mind has to be clean and clear, pure and positive. And then I'm able to spread those vibrations of peace, vibrations of power. When I'm filled with that purity of Baba, even my immunity becomes strong and I become healthy. I'm sure that you all know how different qualities of the soul are connected with different organs of the body. For example, peace, it's connected with lungs, it's related with the respiratory system. Love is related to heart, related with connected with the circulatory system of the body. Happiness is connected with stomach, the digestive system of the body. And purity is connected with our sense organs, the immunity system in the body. And knowledge is connected with the nerves, the bones, the nervous system. Power is connected with the muscles, the muscular system in the body. So each of these different values, these original qualities of the soul that we have become depleted with, but now we fill them from Baba. We become that oceans of peace, we become that oceans of love, we become that oceans of happiness, that ocean of mercy, ocean of compassion, ocean of power, Master Almighty, that I'm able to spread that peace, that love, that power, that happiness, that mercy to the whole world. You can start with yourself, fill yourself, create that aura with all Baba's powers so that no negative energy can enter me. My immune system is very strong. My immune system will be very healthy when I'm filled with Baba's powers. Of course, I need to be careful with the physical aspects of the society, like we are wearing masks, are maintaining the social distancing at a physical level, but at a spiritual level, I have to maintain my powerful stage. I have to maintain my purity, purity through my words, through my actions, purity in my mind, purity in my thoughts, complete purity, just like Mama. She was an embodiment of purity. We have to give that fragrance of purity to whoever comes in front of me. Anyone comes in front of me, they have to feel that peace, they have to feel the power, they have to feel the purity, and my aura should be so powerful that no influence from external factors can influence me. Only my original nature can influence the atmosphere, the environment around me. So I have to become the ocean of peace, the hub of peace, the tower of peace. As you know that I'm in Madhuban, in Thandavavan, and I live next to the tower of peace. And every day when I sit there, I feel that Baba is standing there and he is making us as the towers of peace, as the tower of light, tower of might, tower of purity. I'm sure you can also have this experience in yoga of visiting the four pilgrimage places in Madhuban, sitting in Baba's hut, sitting in Baba's room, sitting near the Tower of Peace, and sitting in the history hall, that I'm free from all the waste thoughts and having only elevated thoughts. So today's topic, according to the drama, it was supposed to be for the public, clean the mind, green the earth. You know? So for us to understand the importance of nature, learn the values and the virtues from the nature, the five elements, and every day I need to serve the five elements: earth, fire, water, sky, air. So these five elements, I have to give them pure vibrations. Three things that I am doing personally. One is every day to serve the five elements, to serve the evil souls, and to serve the souls who are in sorrow and suffering. This is something that we can all do it, practice doing it, doing the mantra seva as many times as possible during the whole day to become the tower of peace, become the tower of might, become the tower of light, become the tower of purity, and spread that rays of peace, that love, that might, that happiness, that power, because the souls are calling out for me. Everyone has to think that I am now the most responsible. I am the ancestor soul. So I have to serve the whole tree. I have to serve the whole world. Of course, I start with myself, and then I start with my family, and then I start with my relatives, and then I start with the area, the city that you live in, and the state that you live in, and the country that you live in, and the continent that you live in, and then the whole world, the whole universe, whether it is human beings, plants, animals, birds, trees. I'm sending my pure vibrations to the whole universe, to the whole earth, to the whole globe. I'm sure we will all do it, and we will welcome peace onto this earth. We will welcome heaven on this earth. Om Shanti.
Wow. What a beautiful, inspirational talk by our sister Supriya, who herself is an embodiment, actually a tower of peace, love, and purity in her living form. I want to ask anyone has any questions, please write it in the chat box and we will be asking Sister Supriya. If you have any questions, please feel free to write that. So today's topic, clean the mind and green the earth. What we understood was that every element in nature really teaches us so much how to be giving unconditionally in our life. We should learn the values and the virtues of these elements. Today, we also learned from Supriya Bhen that we have to be detached observer and to be victorious in every scene of the drama and pass with honor. Now the call of time is to make intense effort. The final paper is going to come suddenly and soon. She said in 18 different ways, the paper will come. And we have to become conqueror of our mind, sense organs, and old sanskars. We just have to follow beautiful example of Baba, Mama, advanced party souls in how they were complete and perfect. Become destroyer of attachment, become karmatit. So all we have to do is to keep one Shiv Baba as ek bal, ek bharosa, one faith, one strength, one support. So much more in this beautiful, beautiful, enlightening talk today. Let me check if there are any questions in the chat. So we have a few comments. Great presentation, really enjoyed, amazing class, lots of beautiful yuktis, and so on. So a lot of enjoyment. Everyone really got so much out of this beautiful gyan. So I wanted to also thank our sisters here, Sister Srilata, Sister Ratna, and Sister Shobha, for helping me orchestrate this last minute change in our workshop today. And I want to also thank all our audience, for joining. Hope you all enjoyed our webinar presentation. We also have 2 other upcoming webinars which are planned for tomorrow by Brother Prashant, and also our one and only Sister Jayanti, Didi, she is on Sunday. We might have to change the way we are going to do the presentation, and it might not be on Zoom, it could be through YouTube. We will let you know if we can find a way not to operate through Zoom anymore. So thank you all again for joining, and that just about covers it. Have an amazing day. Thank you all. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. I asked the one question if that sister has it. I put it in the chat box.
Okay. So, Supriya Ben, can you do a little bit of short meditation? If possible, do Sakash to nature. Can you do that?
We can do it. We can do it.
Let's do a little bit of short meditation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sisters.
Let's sit alert with our back straight. Putting aside my roles and responsibilities. Letting go any other thoughts coming into my mind. Putting a full stop to everything. I focus myself in the center of my forehead. A pure, bright star, sparkling. I'm a peaceful soul. I'm a pure soul. I'm a powerful soul. In this stage of soul consciousness, I visualize the 5 elements in front of me. Water can be in the form of an ocean, river, air, fire, earth, the whole globe in front of me, and the sky. They have now become impure. I, the conqueror of matter, seated in the center of my forehead, I'm radiating peaceful, pure vibrations. These pure vibrations in the form of white rays are reaching every element of the nature, the earth, the sky, the water, fire, and air. Purifying them. They're being transformed from impure to pure. Pure rays of light and might from Baba are reaching my soul and then spreading into the atmosphere. Pure white rays of light and might is reaching every element of nature, making the atmosphere pure. I am the embodiment of purity. Taking grace from the ocean of purity and spreading those pure vibrations into the world. These pure vibrations are purifying the nature. I am the creator. Helping in the creation of a pure world. am the master creator of a pure world. Om Shanti.